Astrology friends and family from around the world. This is Lada from Astrolada.com, and these are your July 2022 video horoscopes. To watch the extended version, where I also talk about world events and all the rest of the 12 signs are together in one video, check out my main channel, Ladaduncheva. Or to watch the short version, you can watch it at my channel, new channel, Astrolada, where there is one video for each of the 12 signs, which is 7-8 minutes long. And by the way, before we start, I want to tell you that this is the last time this year that I'm offering my courses, astrology courses made by me at a promotional price of 25%. So grab the deal if you're interested in learn astrology with me. Now let's begin. So now we continue into the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, July 2022. Capricorn, this month there will be a full moon in your sign, like every other July, but this one is special because it's close to Pluto. So the middle of July, around the 13th, the lights are on you. And that's usually for most Capricorn a time where they reevaluate things a little bit. And they see results of their past actions. Full moons is to see results, to complete something, or to be even rewarded, to receive the rewards of your past actions. So if you've been working on something, the middle of the month is when you can start seeing it come into fruition. But on another level, you can feel a bit more emotional, especially intense emotions can bubble to the surface. And full moons are about endings as well and removing things from your life. And because it is with Pluto, it can indicate a focus on you putting boundaries, Capricorn, and removing certain toxic influences from your life that have come to it's time for them to come on an end. So there can be some kind of crisis around this full moon on July the 13th, before or after, not always is on the same day. It might be the 2 weeks after that, where you're putting boundaries and removing toxic things from your life. But otherwise, there is a lot of attention on others because the Sun and Mercury and then Venus are in your 7th house of relationships. But things there are going more easy and more positive with others. That can be great for business partnerships, for connecting to clients the first 19 days while Mercury is organizing your contacts, for important conversations with partners, personal business, to do something together with another person, to call up, such kind of activities. Rather than doing it alone, do it with another person because of the Sun and Mercury, the two skilled planets in the 7th house of others. And Venus then moves into your 7th house from the 19th of July till the end of the month and the first part of August. So then relationships will improve more and more. They'll become easy, especially relationships for pleasure, for joy. You can have more romantic time with your partner. You can meet someone. Some of you Capricorns, Capricorn rising, whatever, can have more emotionally satisfying connections with others, with more pleasant, enjoyable people, with more agreeable people after July the 19th. And if you want to have good time with your partner, plan something after that, July the 19th. And of course, I think these are the important things, but the end of the month is when the really important events start happening. The first one is that Jupiter turns retrograde on July 29th, and it turns retrograde in your 4th house. Yes, so there can be a shift starting to happen in your family or home or place of living, or how you feel about those places. You might want to to move back somewhere else where you used to live before, or you might want to revisit your place of birth or reconnect with family. Jupiter retrograde is about something coming back into your life, or going back to, in the 4th house, going back to places that you feel like you belong really to, positive reconnection with family. And it can also mean that you decide, I want to expand my house, to change it. So the Jupiter retrograde period is when you're preparing that and working on that. And maybe when Jupiter turns direct in 4 months from now, you'd have a bigger house, or you'd have relocated to a better place. but it's some kind of a preparation time, rethinking about your roots, where you're living, your family history. You have some deep realizations. Retrograde Jupiter is more introspective about your past, about the karmic patterns, and Jupiter helps you release them because you realize them. Or forgiveness to mother or parents, or someone from your childhood, that there is some alchemical healing that is happening there. And some help, even Jupiter retrograde allows you to have positive experiences connected to home, family, properties. Just when it's retrograde, they're more internal than external. And then the other thing that is happening is that Uranus, the North Node, and Mars will meet in your 5th house at the end of July and at the start of August. And so they're making a trine to your sign. They're not disrupting you with a hard aspect, but still this is very new energy. Mars is new, Uranus is new energy, and the North Node is new energy. Something very new can appear in your life. 5th house is children, 5th house is romantic partners for some of you. And funny, Venus will be in your 7th house, and your 5th house of romance, 7th house is relationship, partnership. 5th house of romance is being triggered. For some of you, can be explosion of feelings for, falling in love suddenly and out of the blue. For others, can be a big shift happening if they're already in a relationship on the romantic level with their partner. For others, it can be a big change happening in the life of their child, if they have a child. Or related to children in some way. And 5th house is also creative. And I like Sun and Uranus and Mars, and Rahu, they can be a sudden channeling of creative ideas that come to you towards the end of the month. Capricorns is like a whole downloads that come fully ready into your mind. Or some of you can change your artistic approach. If you have a company, you can have a brilliant idea to change something there. In the worst case scenario, though, this energies can be a bit explosive. So you have to be a bit careful in your romantic life and with children that there is not some explosive developments there, like fights or other kind of crisis. But otherwise, I think because it's making trine to your sign, it's not going to be so disruptive as like for some other signs. So thank you so much, guys. Let's see what happens. Write to me below.